Okay, welcome to Chapter 6, Lesson 2, Reflections. Our learning target or objective for this lesson is to graph reflections on the coordinate plane. Our vocab words for this one. Our first one is reflection, a mirror image of the original figure. Or sometimes we call it a flip because it's flipped over. And the other definition for this one is line of reflection. Slides a figure from one position to another without turning it. Okay, those are only two definitions for there, so let's get to our key concepts. And our key concept here for this lesson is when reflecting over the over the axis. Let's look over to the left side over the x-axis. To reflect a figure over the x-axis, multiply the y-coordinate by -1. Well, if you see in our symbols, we have our original vertices, original points, x and y, and they become x and -y. So basically what you're doing, you're taking your y and multiplying by -1. So if it starts off in the positive, it's going to be a negative. And if it starts off as an underneath the x-axis as a negative, it's going to become a positive. Let's look over at the y-axis. Y-axis is just the opposite. You're going to multiply the x-coordinate by -1. So depending on x and y, the x is going to become a -x, and the y is going to stay the same. Okay, let's get into some examples so we can start putting this in motion here. Okay, graph a triangle, and the graph's reflected over the x-axis to find the coordinates of, then find the coordinates of the vertices of the reflected image. Okay, our first -3, 4. There's J. K is 1, 3. Okay, and L is -4, 1. Okay, there's our, might want to do is write the coordinates down of your spots along with it. Okay, now we're going to reflect over the x-axis, so we're going to go down. Remember, look back on the key concept on the x-axis. When doing so, the x stays the same, but the y is multiplied by a -1. So let's look at k first. Hold on a second. K is not right. Sure it is. Okay, k is going to be 1. Stays at 1, but then the 3 times the negative, so it's become a -3. 1, 2, 3. That's our new k prime. 1, -3. Okay, let's look at J. J is still going to stay, the x stays the same, so we're going to be at -3. And 4 times the -1 is -4. So there's going to be our J prime, -3, -4. And then L, the x stays the same, so -4. And then the 1 times the -1 is going to be -1. That's going to be L, so L is -4, -1. And then we're going to draw our new image. And there you have your reflected image of triangle JKL. If you notice, each vertex is the same distance away from the x-axis on either side. The L is 1 away, the J is 3 away, sorry, 4 away, and the K is 3 away. Okay, let's take a peek at our next one. We're going to go across. We're going to go along the y-axis this time. We're going to reflect it over on the y. This time we have our vertices already given and drawn out for us. So now we just have to reflect it on the other side. Remember, if we're going against the y-axis, remember from our x, y, and we're going against the y, it becomes negative x, y, and we're going to multiply by negative 1. X times negative 1 times negative 1. So let's take a peek. Let's go with the first one right here. This is negative 2, 5. Multiply the x times negative 1. So negative 2 times negative 1 is a positive 2 over 2, and then it's going to stay the same. So this is going to be 2, 5 up here. Negative 4, 8. Let's go to the top one. Negative 4, 8. Negative 4 times negative 1 is positive 4. So 4, I go up 8. It's going to be 4, 8. Back one here, negative 7, 6. Negative 1 times negative 7 is a positive 7. 7. 6 right there. That's 7, 6. And our bottom one is going to be a 5, 3 one. That's 5, 3. And then we're just going to draw that new figure, our image. And there we have it. And our square is reflected across the y-axis. And notice all the vertices, once again, are the same distance on either side of the y-axis from each other and from the y-axis. Okay, once again, something new. There's a triangle. You're going to have to graph it yourself and then reflect it over the x-axis and find the coordinate and then write down the coordinates of the image. That is going to be something that is to be done for class. And also, once again, we're going to do a graphic organizer about reflection. Define in your own words. I can draw. We're going to do 3 characteristics of reflection. And just draw me one example, and then one non-example of a reflection. In your own words, those again are on your own and due for class in the morning. Again, you can always go back into the lesson, review the lesson. Any questions, we'll go over it in class as well. And this is going to end lesson 2.